What's your I'll show you who's boss moment? My HOA president kept fining me for parking my eyesore work truck in my own driveway. Turns out I'm the city's lead building inspector. I bought this house in a nice suburban neighborhood 2 years ago. Perfect place to settle down, quiet street, good schools nearby, friendly neighbors. Well, mostly friendly. The HOA president Kevin made it clear from day one that my work truck didn't meet his community standards. It's a white Ford F-250 with toolboxes and equipment racks. Clean, well-maintained, but obviously a work vehicle. This isn't a construction zone, Kevin announced at my first HOA meeting. Work trucks belong at work sites, not in residential driveways. It's my personal vehicle. I need it for my job. Then maybe you should have bought in a different neighborhood. Kevin was one of those retired guys who treated the HOA like his personal kingdom, lived in the biggest house, drove a pristine BMW, and spent his days patrolling the streets looking for violations. First fine was $50 for commercial vehicle in residential driveway. I appealed it, explaining I work for the city and need my truck for official business. Appeals denied, rules are rules. Second fine was $100. Third was $200. Kevin was doubling the amount each time, trying to force me out. Look, I told him after the fourth fine, I'm not running a business from home. This truck is required for my job with the city. What exactly do you do for the city? Kevin asked with a smirk. Garbage collection? Building inspection. His expression didn't change. Well, your truck is still a violation. Kevin had no idea what he just stepped into. See, as the city's lead building inspector, I have authority to examine any structure for code compliance. And I've been noticing some interesting things about Kevin's house during my daily walks. That beautiful deck he'd added last year, no permit on file. The pool house he'd built, also unpermitted. The electrical work for his outdoor kitchen, done without inspection. But Kevin kept escalating. At the next HOA meeting, he announced a new rule. Commercial vehicles parked overnight will result in immediate towing at owner's expense. Kevin, you can't just change rules to target specific residents. Watch me. This community has standards. That weekend, Kevin had my truck towed from my own driveway. Cost me $300 to get it back. Monday morning, I pulled Kevin's property records and drove over for an official inspection. Kevin answered the door in his bathrobe, coffee in hand. What do you want now? I held up my city inspector badge and clipboard. Official building inspection. We've received complaints about unpermitted construction. His face went white. Complaints from who? Anonymous tip. Mind if I take a look around? What I found was a gold mine of violations. The deck wasn't properly anchored to the house foundation. Pool house electrical was completely DIY and dangerous. Outdoor kitchen gas lines weren't up to code. Kevin, I'm counting 17 separate building code violations. Some of these are serious safety issues. This is harassment. You're targeting me because of the truck. This is an official city inspection based on reported violations. Would you like to see my documentation? I showed him photos of each violation with detailed code references. You have 30 days to bring everything up to code or face daily fines of $500. $500 a day per violation. That's $8,500 daily until you fix everything. Kevin's arrogance evaporated instantly. Look, maybe we can work something out. The violations are already filed with the city. But here's the thing, Kevin. Getting permits and inspections for existing work costs about 3 times more than doing it right the first time. His hands were shaking as he looked through my violation report. How much are we talking? Probably $25,000 to fix everything properly. Maybe more if we find structural issues. I started walking back to my truck. Oh, and Kevin? My work vehicle will be parked in my driveway every night. Any more towing attempts and I'll schedule weekly follow-up inspections. Kevin resigned as HOA president the next week. Sold his house 2 months later, rather than pay for all the permit work. The new HOA president's first act was repealing the commercial vehicle ban. Sometimes the best way to handle a power trip is to show them what real power looks like.